Okay. Ready? Hi, good evening. It's Howard and Matthew from Lancaster Estates back here with our weekly Friday chat with a bit of a market update. Kevin's is having a well-deserved break away. We just had a quick chat to him. He was just going for a swim, wasn't he, Matt?
He was, yeah. Looking fantastic in his swimming trunks.
He did. Yeah. He couldn't hide much in them, could he?
There was someone in the background shouting, "Is that Hugh Hefner from Baywatch?"
Well, no, so we're just here really, but like me and Matthew were just saying off screen there that we're
Oh, Hugh Hefner's the other guy.
I was going to say
David Hasselhoff, there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say, but Hugh Hefner, you can see the resemblance there though, because he had all those Playboy girls round him, all the bunnies and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, right, we're 3 weeks into August really, coming up. So we're coming towards the tail end of August, so a bit of an update really. I mean, I'll start off with Preston, to be honest with you. Very much the same. Again, really, the fact is that houses are coming on and they're selling for the asking price and selling for above the asking price. There's more than one person wanting that property. So again, to reiterate what we said last week and the week before, in the PR postcodes, we need more houses on the market. We need more houses on the market. And if you've got a house that you're looking to sell or you're thinking about selling, now it's a fantastic opportunity. They're selling at good prices and over the price. And the best thing about it is, if you're moving on, you can save your stamp duty as well. So yeah, it's a strong Preston market for buying. We just need a few more coming on the market. Matthew, on the other hand, they're flying on and off it up at Lancaster, aren't they?
We certainly are, mate. We're absolutely manic. Things are selling, as you've just rightly said. Things are selling very quickly. We've had a few that are going over the asking price. People literally almost fighting for them. But yeah, it is crazy. I mean, the amount of valuations I've had this week. I know Emma, our photographer, is probably cursing me for next week because she is manic. Her week is already fully booked. You know, it was, to be fair, the last one's gone in today from one that I've just valued now. And as I stress for everybody, time is of the essence. You know, I get so many people asking me, well, what's it going to be like next year? You know, unfortunately, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict the future. If I did, I'd probably be actually a lot wealthier, wouldn't I? Because everybody asking me for who's going to win the next Premier League. There you go.
What are the numbers for the lottery tonight? 99 million tonight, Matthew. Get yourself a ticket.
I wish, mate. I didn't get any numbers on Tuesday, so here we go. But Lancaster and Morecambe in general, surrounding area, fantastic guys. Obviously, stamp duty cuts massively helped. And you know, as I stressed to everybody, you know, we're in the present, we're in now. I can't predict the future. You know, everybody says, well, what's going to happen if there's recession and crash and everything? We'd all like to think that nothing had happened in our little bubbles where we live. However, obviously, me and Howard both can't predict the future. So get your house up for sale now. Don't hesitate.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, things are certainly a little bit slower in terms of like mortgages coming out, the offers coming out, and so forth. In terms of that, because there's a lot more checks that are doing it on the behind the times. One interesting thing for you guys up there. I was talking to a mortgage advisor today, and apparently, I'll just check my notes. In the LA postcodes, the Furnace Building Society up by you guys, they are actually now doing 90 and 95% mortgages for certain people. So, that's just come out there. So for people up there, it's a fantastic opportunity to get going. What I have noticed as well, if you've got a big deposit on certain properties and with certain building societies, if you've got a really big deposit, the surveyors are actually doing desktop valuations as well, to speed up that process because they're getting behind the times a little bit. But I think that the banks are being very, very much more cautious in terms of what they're doing because they don't know what's going on. But in terms of getting your house sold and getting the best price for it, yeah, what a market we're in for that now, without a shadow of a doubt. So I mean, that's kind of much as for what we're doing here. I don't know if you've got anything further to add, really, for you up there, Matt.
To be honest, Howard, I don't, mate. I think as we've both just stressed, if you're going to do it now. You know, simple because while the rates are low, try and tie yourself into a fixed rate. You know, I'm not saying rates are going to go down or up next year, but at least, again, as I just said, we're here, we're in the present. If you are one of those people like myself, I like security. You know, I'm on a good fixed rate mortgage that I tied into 3 years ago now. If I could have done now, I would happily switch mortgage product and get a better rate and tie that in. I saw one a bit ago where Barclays were offering a 10-year fixed at 2 point odd %. there are lower rates than that, but that's fantastic. That's fixed for 10 years. There's no,
Exactly.
if they skyrocket, at least you're fixed for 10 years. It's security, guys. And I'm one of those who you like security. I also like to take risks as well at the same time. So at the moment, it's one of those, as Howard's rightly said, if you're going to get the best price and best, best moving dates and time wise, do it now while you don't have to pay stamp duty. That's massive. The way I've been selling it on valuations, Howard, I know the other week we spoke about fees and everything. Imagine the government's paying for the estate agent fees, because regardless, you'd have been happy to pay your estate agent, you'd have been happy to pay your stamp duty and your solicitor. Now, if your stamp duty's been taken out, imagine it as if your solicitor's being paid for and also your agent, depending on how much you purchase and that. But there you go.
That's a very interesting look at it. And to be very honest with you, you're right, because it pays for that, or it pays for your new kitchen or towards your new kitchen.
Of course it does.
When you're moving. You mentioned on rates, which is a great point really for people to do a tie down or lock themselves in for another year. I think over the last couple of weeks the rates moved up a little bit, because I think that's the bank just been a little bit cautious, but it's still fantastically low. So I think you're right. I think tie yourself in if that's what you want to do, and for people out there. So I'm jiggling around with the camera. For people out there, if you want any advice on that, free advice, contact us, messages. We can put you in contact with the professionals that deal in that aspect of it. The house selling ideas, tips and stuff for selling your house, me and Matt can do that. But if you want some tips and advice on your mortgage, again, contact us and we'll gladly pass the details over to you for the gentlemen and ladies that deal in that aspect of it. And that's about it, I think, Matthew. Do you?
It is. I don't think we have too much more to talk about, in all honesty, because the market's absolutely flying. We just need more properties and more sales, really, because what we're putting on, we're selling.
Yeah.
But, if you do, as Howard's rightly said, if you need to speak to any experts, give us a shout, even if you're with anyone else or you're just thinking or you're wanting to, kind of dip your toe in the water scenario, give us a shout. We'll come out and value your house. It's free, see what we think at this moment in time and if it's worth doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't cost anything. It's good to get us out, have a chat to us, and we'll give you some advice and put you in the right direction. One thing I will just say is last Friday, Matt, unfortunately you weren't able to come to be with us, but it was absolutely, as you probably well know because I know you're working, unbelievably hot. Absolutely unbelievable. I was sat dripping. I had to put a t-shirt on. I was that hot. Today, it's not cold, but bloody hell, the wind out there is so strong, isn't it?
It certainly is.
It's.
I thought my dog nearly blew away before.
Yeah, I can believe that. So, guys, I think we'll leave it there.
Everyone have a good bank holiday and everything when we speak to you next week, eh?
Yeah, we'll be back next week, and hopefully Kevin will be back refreshed, dried off, without his swimming trunks on. I don't mean
bank holiday.
But, yeah, I need a bank holiday. So, have a good weekend. All the best for me and Matthew, and we're here to helping you move.
Cheers, folks. Bye-bye.